This presentation is based on college success. You have to take the following factors into consideration once the year begins. The first key to success is meeting new people. Like in every school setting, you can attempt to get social at locations such as dorms, classes, and on campus. Meeting new people is a perfect place to start. Don't focus on the past, or don't dwell on the past, as we all say. Instead of focusing on past events like the loss of a loved one or your experiences in high school or whatever came before it, you focus on the present and future tense events such as majors, classes you're looking forward to and classes you don't like, the best restaurants around campus, and what clubs you were looking forward to joining. Also, don't focus too much on the future because you'll get anxious like I have done. You introduce yourself to neighbors and floor mates ASAP, as soon as possible, because you jot down people's names before you forget them. And I have trouble recognizing people sometimes. Sometimes I can't remember their names or recognize their faces. You can join lots of new activities like team captains and club leaders who hold introductory meetings to get new members in. And the vet groups can be a good fit if you have the chance and you overbook the list of groups and narrow the list down to your favorite ones and quit the ones you don't like or simply avoid them. Don't join your club because your best friends do. If you aren't interested in a certain club, just don't join because your best friends or roommates do. And just be sure it's something you like. Like say, you're an anime fan and your best friend joins like another club, like say fencing, and you're not into that stuff, join the anime club and skip the other one. You can still ask your friend how things were though. Don't check in with old friends because some of them, not all of them, but some of them might be at other colleges. And colleges are usually a time for making new friends. I have many old friends. For instance, I have a few that went to NC State or Appalachian. And I have tons of friends like Nolan Craven and Marky Fleshman who went to UNC Chapel Hill. Don't be embarrassed about homesickness. I have been homesick several times, especially at scout camp. College can be different and scary, especially when you're far away, like from High Point to Wilmington, from the coast to the Piedmont, which is very far away, in other words. Stay in contact with friends and family the best you can. You have to cherish your syllabus like every other setting in school. High school, college, middle school, whatever else. The purpose of the syllabus is a class schedule to tell you what you need to do and what classes you take, and you have to always remember it, otherwise you won't keep up with your schedule and it will make it easier for you to fail. And we don't want that to happen. You do not go overboard at all. You'll get many handouts and try not to carry all of them or you'll fall or get disorganized, obviously. You make class buddies as soon as possible, like I did in elementary school. You find out who's sitting next to you in class and is very invested into the materials, and you exchange phone numbers and follow them on social media like I have done in the past. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just don't make friends with a slacker like Kanata Izumi over there. Make friends with those who are more focused on the class material like Weiss over there or whoever that is from Whisper in the Heart, I can't remember. Focus on friends who are more focused on the class material. Yeah, in other words. Yeah. You always go to class. Like every school setting, no matter what, you must always attend classes, no matter what their size. In other words, never, ever skip school. Never do that. Unless you're sick or whatever. You don't hesitate to drop classes that don't work. If you have a bad feeling about an elective with multiple options, you can always drop the class, and you must always find ones that work for you. I had several experiences with that. For instance, during my days at Cape Fear, I had to withdraw from a fitness class because Cape Fear Country Club was a private club, not one of the gyms like Gold's Gym. It had a bunch of weird requirements, so I decided to drop it. That's my experience with dropping a class. Don't be afraid to change your schedule up. You organize your notes and change it up if the order doesn't work, or notes rather. You change it up if the order doesn't work because your first class, second class, third class, you have to list them in that particular order so you'll be more organized. And it's better to get school supplies instead of losing important notes. Losing notes, that is a major problem with many people, including myself. You have to add some personality to your room, like I am doing with my dorm at Blessing Hall at High Point University. Like I have several Carolina sports memorabilia, like a Hurricanes flag and Carolina Tar Heels poster, a High Point Panthers poster, Carolina Panthers, you name it. But anyways, most dorms, like all interiors of buildings, when they're under construction or someone's getting ready to move in, they all start out as empty rooms. And you can in turn decorate the dorm to give it more personality once the construction is finished or someone is finished moving in. Do not start a fire, ever. Never start a fire, or whether it be intentionally committing arson or burning it down by accident. Whatever you do, do not bring flammable things into the dorm room, otherwise your dorm will suffer major damage and you'll have a troubled life ahead. This is especially true for science classes. Like if you want to test rocket fuel, do not do it in your dorm. We all know what happened at like a California university mentioned in The Martian. We all know what happened there. You have to lay ground rules with your roommates. Just like a club, you lay ground rules. You must be clear about boundaries and rules, even when living with old friends. In other words, you must have ground rules in order to have a great dorm life for both you and your roommates in order to avoid chaos, which would be detrimental to dorm life. Don't even snub your assistant resident. To snub someone means to ignore them, and that is what you should never do with your assistant resident or resident assistant. Resident assistants are older students, usually graduates, who will help you resolve conflicts, answer questions, and help with homesickness, so it's best to listen to them at all times, like you do with a paraeducator or advisor. You leverage campus amenities. For every advantage, dorm life has responsibilities as well. You can sleep late and eat as much as you want from the dining room. However, you have to set a schedule to go to class or whatever. Like I have set Alexa to wake me up at 8:30 to Ruby's theme song, This Will Be the Day. That's what I woke up to, and I woke up at 8:30. I woke up all by myself, and you have to get into the habit of doing that. Some days you can sleep late, but don't overdo it. Because you have a schedule even on holidays, like getting to a party or whatever. So yeah. Don't be a jerk about anything. In campus life, you must never be a jerk. You have to be courteous about other students, like sharing a study area or space, and you try to accommodate them and you answer the door. And don't bully people either. Try everything and never give up. You should never give up, especially in college, because in college, this is where you strive for your dreams. This is where dreams come true if you never stop trying. You have to join various types of clubs to get more acquainted, and you have to do well in your schoolwork and make high grades like I did. Keep training and striving towards your goals. Stay determined. Never give up. That's what we all say. And last but not least, do not wear your keys on a lanyard around your neck. It's best to keep your keys in a pocket or in your bag and not around your neck, because you might drop them and lose them and forget them, or they might get stolen. Keys are very important, especially when locking and unlocking your dorm, and it's recommended you wear your student ID around your neck, like in Cape Fear or in New Hanover High School, where they had to wear student IDs. So student IDs should be kept around your neck, whereas keys should be kept in your pocket at all times. In conclusion, if you take these factors into account, you will have a great college life ahead of you. Thank you.